Last week, we talked about mindset. And this week, we're going to be talking about making some teeth on that mindset. So, most people look at a job description and see that there's 10 requirements and they only meet 6 of them, and they close the tab and they move on. I'm going to teach you how to turn that missing 40%, instead of thinking it of a barrier, as an opportunity. When you read a job description, you're going to find things that are like mandatory, bare minimum. And then you're going to find a wish list or nice to have kind of things, right? You're going to have the requirements and then you're going to have like your wish list. But even within the requirements, there might be things in there that you can compensate. For example, a great example would be if you have years of experience, but you don't really have a degree, some companies will take your years of experience for the degree. And especially in cybersecurity, where certifications matter more than degrees at times, depending on where you're applying, this is where you're going to see that requirement and you're still going to apply for the job. I don't want you to close the tab and move away. Remember, you have transferable skills that you bring from other jobs that you have done in the past. Remember that those fit into the 60% of your actual foundation. And then there's the 40%, the gap. These are specific tools or framework like NIST or Splunk or CrowdStrike that you need to be able to speak about. So instead of saying, I don't have this, I want you to say things like, I have done Splunk, I have done CrowdStrike, I have done these things. Because we're gonna get into building the evidence of the discipline, right? You can't just say you're a professional. You have to show receipts, right? And the way that we're going to show receipts here is by the lab, learning in public, not just like the tryhackme.com. You're going to like post screenshots, your notes on LinkedIn. Remember I said to change up your LinkedIn and to change the tagline and say that you are a cybersecurity professional and in which category of cybersecurity. So this is a follow-up to that in the video that I did last week. So don't just say that you did try hack me or you did it. No, post what impacted you the most when you were doing the Try Hack Me lab or whatever you were doing, or if you were doing a lab in your home, take the screenshot of that and explain what it is, because those are starting to be your receipts for when a recruiter is looking at you, right? For NIST, don't just read the PDF or highlight the PDF. Instead, grab 3 concepts and summarize each of them. And you can do one post in each of them or put all of 3 of them together. That's another way. So the Try Hack Me are your receipts, the NIST framework, how you're understanding it, what it means, and the summary that you're putting out there, that's another way. So to breach the gap, I'm going to give you a method or a script. I'm going to read you a script for you to be able to answer the question for that 40% that you think you don't have. I haven't managed Splunk in an enterprise environment, but I have deployed it in my home lab to specifically understand this vulnerability, and I was able to see this vulnerability and I was able to take this action or that action. That is what you're going to say. And my experience with Splunk means I'm already past the learning curve. So I already know where to click, where to go. The tool is very familiar to me. So I'm past that, right? So that means that you just went from not knowing or not having that experience to actually having an edge because you already know the tool. You already know where to click, what to look for, what you're doing. So that's going to put you ahead. So in the comments below, can you guys tell me what type of job description or tool is keeping you from applying for your next cyber job, I want you to find one stretch job today, and I want you to go be delusional and apply for that job. I really do. I'm going to close it out with a story. So, which I promised last video and I didn't do it, so I'm going to do it now. I had a mentee that has been in the cybersecurity IT space for maybe 2-ish, 3 years. I don't know how long it's been, but it hasn't been that long. And this person was able to get an lead, almost borderline director of cybersecurity. And he was able to pitch to the CEO. That is huge. Just the fact that he got the interview, that he went ahead and looked at how to translate his resume. He was in the military as well. He did all of the things, right? He messaged me and he said, hey, this is what's going on. And by the way, I already saw your videos. So that's great, right? It's amazing. I mean, I get excited. I am happy when people are able to be a little bit above what you think, because believe it or not, there is a lot of opportunities out there for everyone. And if you're a good worker and you're willing to do the work and you have the experience already and you're able to grab it and translate that, I mean, it's just amazing. So it's just a great success story, because regardless of if he lands the job or not, which I'm sure he is going to land it, but regardless of that, the fact that he has been in this industry for less than 3 or 4 years and he's already applying and being considered for those type of jobs is amazing. And we went over his PDF that he was going to present. So his slide deck that he was going to present to the CEO. And I gave him some tips and I gave him some tricks, and hopefully he lands it. But the point is that it ties back to this conversation of, even if you only have 60%, apply for the job. Let them tell you no. That's how it works. Let them tell you no. You don't look at a job description and you're like, oh, I don't fit that bullet, so I'm not going to apply. Don't do that to yourself. I used to do that to myself. Don't do that. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you still apply. And like I said, let them tell you no. Let you get in the door and you prove yourself of what you're capable of and what you can do, and have this conversation and look through all the YouTube video and information that I have out there and look at what you can accomplish. And you will be surprised on how things can turn. So I just want to encourage you to be able to apply for those jobs and to be able to go out there and feel confident about being in cyber, even if you've been doing it for just a year or 2 years or 3, or just not long enough, or you've been doing another career and you just switched to cyber. I want to encourage you to do it, because I promise you, you're not delusional, and I promise you, you will land something. Even in this marketplace work scenario that is going on, that people are talking about, oh, it's really hard out there. It's not. There's jobs out there, but it's something that has to align with what you want, because that's my take on it and the environment, right? Like if I was looking for another opportunity, which I'm not, thank God, but if I was doing that, I would want to make sure that whatever opportunity I get aligns with who I am, with my values. That's just who I am. I'm not out here just trying to find a job. But again, I've been in this industry for quite some time. So if I switch jobs, they have to align with things that I look for in a job market. So I just hope that you guys get encouraged and that this story helps you achieve your goal. And I hope that my channel is able to help you guys in one way or another. And I always welcome any comments below, and let me know what you guys want me to touch on my next video, and I will take those as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to like and share this video if you found it helpful. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.